Cardi B's long-awaited second album, Am I the Drama, has been 7 years in the making. Since Invasion of Privacy, in that time, Cardi's life has shifted in so many different directions: motherhood, public disputes, shifting identity, love, breakups, and the weight of staying relevant in a crowded rap world. This is a comeback album for someone who's never really left. Cardi has always kind of been in the zeitgeist, regardless if she has a project out or not. She's just a superstar like that. It's just her personality. She's a whole personality. It's more like we tune into Cardi because of her personality. And like ever since like what, Love and Hip Hop and all those antics to this point of her making music. Yeah, we like her music, Invasion of Privacy, 7 years ago, but like we were still in touch and still in tune, and she was still providing content. Just am I the drama? She's asking, am I? Yes, yes. Maybe you provide some drama. Not to say that she's always the cause of the drama, but she's involved in the drama constantly, and she don't shy away from that thing. So yeah, you know what I mean. If you might want to look at it, internally and be like, if everybody's always beefing with me and everybody's always like, am I the problem? Am I the drama? This album feels like a reckoning, really. This is and you could really tell from the title of I mean, it's called "Am I the Drama?" So it's like time for me to have some self-reflection, right? And in this self-reflection, she is not just taking it on the chin. She is pausing to say, maybe there's some issues, some things that I did, but like, you wrong me, you wrong me, you wrong me, and everybody can get it, right? She's going after a lot of people on this thing. She's asking this question about this chaos that has presented her life. I mean, even we're talking about the divorce and all that kind of stuff too. But the project shows that even in chaos, what to say, order out of chaos, right? Even in chaos, like something beautiful can happen. Some something creative and wonderful can come out of that chaos. The line "Am I the Drama" really frames the tone of the project. It's defiant, it's introspective, and ready to confront whatever people want to throw her way. And she is not letting things slide. She might have let things slide for a little bit, but she said it on this thing that she was taking notes. She was remembering everything, and in her timing, as she says herself, in her timing, she would respond. And it's about that time that she responded. The project actually debuted number one on Billboard 200. So this makes her the is it yeah, it just makes her the first female rapper. This makes her the first female rapper whose first two albums both opened at number one. She's also headlining a tour. She's pregnant as hell right now, but she's going to be going on tour, Little Miss Drama tour in 2026. So the stakes are real. This is Cardi staking her claim on her legacy. This project is full of nostalgic moments. Um, for real, she's sampling Janet Jackson on a couple of these tracks, "On My Back" and "Principle," which gives this a classic. Some parts of it a classic R&B feel that only Cardi can kind of like mix in with her Bodega Baddie um, persona. It gives it a modern day um, refresher, right, to some of these Janet Jackson samples on there. She pays homage to her Dominican roots in that song, like I mentioned, the Bodega Baddie. It's a short track. It's almost like an interlude, uh, but it's quick pace. It's heart thumping, and it's fun. So they're gonna that definitely, and especially the length of it. It's definitely something that's gonna be played in the club. So you'll hear it out and about. Pretty and Petty starts off with this slick beat. and then she drops that bar. You from Boston? Let's have a tea party. This is part um of her like clapping back at her haters or her ops, right? It's a dynamic shift that keeps the energy high and but still keeps the listener engaged. Dead is the first track on this thing featuring Summer Walker, and it starts with new snippets, there's alarms, and then Cardi emerges with some like heavy bars. It sets the tone for the whole project. It's unfiltered, unapologetic, and ready to demand attention. So it's like, hey, pay attention, I'm about to go in, right? Imaginary Players is the fifth track on this joint. This was one of the big releases, the big single that came out, and this was pretty controversial for a lot of people because of the um the original track for Jay-Z. And it's like, um bro, you got Jay-Z's blessing on you. Like, what are y'all talking about out here? Like, people that are hating on this track. Okay, fine, 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 everybody can have their own opinion, but Jay signed off on this, and y'all think Jay, I mean, I think I think he's the greatest rap artist of all time. I don't. And I mean that by like, I'm not saying he's the best rapper in terms of delivery, flow, rhyme scheme, all those things that we talk about. What's the rapper? I'm not saying that, but in the in this thing called rap, and you talking about like somebody who's conquered that game, like a Thanos, almost got collect all the Infinity Stones. Jay Z's done it. Jay Z's done it. He's done it from, and he's done it from inception, from actually the drug game, which a lot of the rap since the '90s has like risen out of. He's done it from that, got out of that, which is the goal Memphis Bleak told y'all about. Is like, okay, yeah, you did all that hustling. Rick Ross talks about this too. It's like, okay, you did all that because that was the struggle. You got out the hood. You sold all the drugs. You did all the things. You went to jail a couple of times, whatever. You beat the indictments and whatnot. All of that wasn't so you could keep selling drugs at the age of 40, 50. All of that was to get out the fucking struggle. So you do all that. And and so he conquered that. Raps though, great. Awesome. Not my favorite in terms of lyricism. I love more of a um of a Lupe or a Black Thought. That's me. Um or even a Killer Mike more so, but like, yeah, J- Jay had bars and lessons and everything above there. Jay didn't really get to that lyricism level, to that meaningful level, that conscious level. That was because I'm of that vibe. You know what I mean? Tribe Called Quest and stuff. That's my lane. Until 444, he got 444, and I was like, that's bruh. The combination. Okay, so that's a whole nother rant. But Jay signed off on Imaginary Players, man. Stop playing. Y'all, whoever hating on that song, don't know what your fuck y'all talking about. Yeah, yeah, I really feel like it's almost like a clout chasing kind of thing where like y'all want to hate on it, bro. She's dropping bars on the thing. She says on this first on this one starting off on this thing. Now I spit that other shit, pretty motherfucker shit. Cardi B, every song platinum. I'm not that other bitch. Whatever you was gonna pay her, you gotta double it. Glory hole. Bitches don't know who they fucking with. If we're talking about part of hip hop being that shit talking part of hip hop, I'm better than you, nanny nanny boo boo kind of hip hop. Glory hole bitches who don't know who they fucking with. Like, that's a hard that's a hard ass bar. Their money, my stocks and share money. Their money, my stock and share money. Your booking fee is my makeup and hair money. Bruh, that's some shit. That's some grade A shit talking, bruh. Bitches say I think I'm the shit and do and did. Just know you bitches can't live. Like, Cardi is on this joint. I can this track is, and granted, she is not the solo songwriter like like Doja Cat on her project, but she contributes to it. But on top of that, she delivers it. And sh when you have a team, they're telling your story, right? So she's contributing to like she's writing some of these things as well. That's just hard. That bar is hard. Now, if you didn't know she didn't write it, or not, would you not say that's hard? You don't know if you didn't know, if you just heard it, you'd be like, that's not dope. Those are some dope lines, man. Get out of here. You're fucking full of shit. That song is dope. She delivered it amazingly. The visuals is dope. She's talking her trash on it. She looks amazing on there. The PJ and the limo and the looks that she's serving on that thing. Yeah, y'all bugging. Whoever did not like that track, did not like the visual. That was great presentation. That rollout is freaking amazing. She's standing on the corner fucking selling CDs and vinyls, right? And flip flops. Like she's outside, like really making this happen. She's pushing it. She's actually like doing the work, and traveling the country, like crisscrossing the country, promoting the project. That's the work that you want to see from an artist. I mean, like this is what you do for a living is you're doing music. This is some privileged shit. Okay, so you can't ask for more than the work that she's actually put in. Interviews, freaking podcasts, all kinds of YouTube shows that she's doing on that thing. One of the things that she spoke about on the podcast, her track that was the hardest for her to write, which is it's actually a pretty dope track. It's introspective and it's one of them a little bit more mellow joints. Is the Man of the Year. On this thing, she's showing vulnerability. She's reflecting on her relationship, the dynamics of that whole divorce and the breakup and everything. She's reflecting on the promises, the broken promises, and the disappointment. Looking at some of these lyrics, "Man of my word." This is the chorus, and that chorus is sung by Dougie, and he goes, "Man of my word, you used to think now all I do is apologize for everything. How many times can I say sorry and not mean it? How many times can I take my love for you as a weakness? How many times I'm ignoring all your friends that seen it? How many times have I misunderstood the meaning of loving with my eyes closed? You said you love me, and then she comes in, nigga, no, you don't. It's like, I mean, it's clearly she's talking about her marriage, right? To Offset, and she's not pulling any punches on that. It's being real. It's being reflective. I hope it's showing some maturity, but she seems to really bounce back pretty quick. She's in this new relationship with is it Stephon Diggs, the football player, right? And she's pregnant with his kid. And I mean, it's hard sometimes to separate the artist from their art. And it's like, bro, your art is saying this thing, like your this growth and this like reflection, but like, I mean, maybe she's just one of these people that are like really into having babies. So regardless of the form or fashion that it comes, then she's going for it. She's gonna make that happen. But I mean, you have unprotected sex. You know what happens after that. It's not like it was like in vitro fertilization or something like that. So that's what's happening. So fine, but like, but then again, this song could have been written like a year ago. So fine. 7 years, I admit, it wasn't all bad. There's skeletons in my closet too. It wasn't all bags. As a wife, I should have realized when you was hurt, but instead I put my music first. Wait, how? Wait, what? 7 years, I admit, it wasn't all bad. There's skeletons. As a wife, I should have realized when you was hurt, but instead I put my music. How did you put the music first? You ain't put nothing on in 7 years. You ain't put nothing on in 7 years. I mean, like you. So you're saying part, and I know I know it's not. She's not fully to blame because this nigga was like sleeping around and all this kind of stuff, cheating on and like in public kind of stuff too. So, but if but you okay, if you're saying this bar that you put your music first, we should have got an album years ago. It shouldn't take 7 years. if you was putting the music first. So you wasn't putting the music first. She was out here just like living a social. She's an influencer. She is. I mean, the election and stuff like that happened. I remember seeing her doing all the election stuff, and she was um promoting um her social media with all the political stuff at the time. But like you didn't say politics here. You said music. You put the music first. So like we should have been got an album after. Okay, fine, fine. I'll let that go. But I'm just putting a pin in that. Let y'all investigate all that. So, but instead I put my music first. Damn, there was um things said, and that's when I heard about all these hoes, and I came back. But since I had a ring, I never wanted no ring cam. And now I got a ring on every finger but the one on my ring hand. Okay. That yeah, that's what happens. I mean, she's not to blame at all, but like it sounds like she's trying to take some kind of accountability, and I love that both parties can be like, okay, here's where I went wrong. Here's where I wasn't perfect. Not that that was the impetus of the breakup, but like, here's where I could have been better. And this is what I'm going to do better in my future relationships, hopefully. But at the same time, like, where was the music, bro? Where was the music, Cardi? She finishes off. Shit, it's funny how things panned out. You was my twin. You was my person. Shit, you was me, but the evil version. I really hope you find love. I hope you find a good spirit. I hope she satisfies your needs and everything that I didn't. And I mean that. It's a lot of pressure when a bitch an icon. I know things cause she couldn't help it but like big herself up real quick, right? She couldn't help it but like shine herself like toot her own horn right there. I know things could have been perfect when a bitch an icon. I know things could have been perfect in a different lifetime, my bad. But I really do wish you the best. Continue being a winner. And if I had one wish, I only wish you would have been a man of my word. He used to think. Now all I do is apologize for everything. So then it goes back into the chorus. Now I would say that um I don't I so hearing her interviews and stuff turns out that like no, she really doesn't have these vibes anymore, right? So again, this project, that's the one thing. I mean, I love the majority of this thing. So this is why we're talking about it here. Great project. Listen to it. There's a lot of bangers on here. There's a lot of really like growth that happens on here. She still has a lot of growing to do. I love the way that she is like quite unfiltered, but like she's still thoughtful. In she's a work in progress, right? That's what you gotta love about Cardi B. You can see we are watching this is Cardi B is like the Truman Show. Cardi B is basically the real life Truman Show, and we've been seeing her on camera, on socials for over a decade, right? And in the interviews that she's been doing promoting this album, she's talking about like, yo, this divorce fucking sucks. I'm saying things like I really do wish you the best, and that you continue being a winner. But in real life, in these interviews, she's saying like, yo, this shit is not good. It is a bunch of turmoil. There's still a lot of court stuff going on. There's still a lot of beef and a lot of bad blood. Offset is, he put out his project, um, and he is talking like, "Oh, I want the best for you," kind of thing. Also, and even in his interview, he's like not trying to like, um, you know, kick up any dirt, but it's all like a facade for both of them. It's all facade. It's all a lot of turmoil and beef. I mean, he even like sued her at one point to try to get like alimony. I think he did that really off of just some petty shit. But that last project he put out was really good. You know what I mean? JID is on that joint. And he's got a bunch of bangers on there. The project was really good project. Good for him. Um, and this one's good too, but like they are really not in a good space. They have kids together, so you know, you would hope that co-parenting can like supersede all that and they can get in a good place to do that. But it's interesting to like hear her say things like this on this track when really in reality it's not that sweet, it's not that nice. um a lot of what Cardi B is exposing on this album is past beefs from her ex-husband, or the rappers, or the female rappers in particular. um but at the same time she's struggling to be like, I'm trying to do better, I'm trying to do better, I want to do better, I forgot what song that was. I want to do better, I want to do better, I try to do better. So shouts out to Cardi. I mean, I love her energy generally. She's such a like, she's funny, she's funny, and it's just like unapologetically herself. um and and she is, at least on the political side, on the right side of history. So hopefully she can just get a little bit more. I mean, I was as I was researching this thing, I saw one clip where she's like, she had to take one of like an etiquette class, in like work on her like public speaking kind of thing, and like, bruh, yeah, she might be on like Fallon and stuff like that, and late shows and stuff. She's doing some of that. Um, and I do want her to keep a lot of that authenticity, you know what I mean, for the rest of her career. Uh, but she could use a little, you know what I mean, a little contour around the edges, just around the edges. You know what I mean? Keep the ethos of what Cardi B and who Cardi B is, but she could use some polishing. And this project may not be the most polished, but she is. I mean, it's 23 tracks. Some of it is older stuff, so I don't know where she is currently. I would love for her to put a project out in the next like year and a half, 2 years after the baby, right, is born. Like I mean, she's gonna go into it, so maybe 2 years. Don't make it another 7 years, because I want to see the current state of Cardi, and it would be, I guess, 2027, right? Versus like some of the stuff is is from, I mean, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. You got WAP on here, Up is on here. I mean, these tracks have been around for a while. WAP has 1.7 billion plays, and that's because it's been out for a minute. So that's gonna help the numbers to get your project up, you know, you know, freaking the Billboard charts. And that's what this joint did when it number one debuted number one. That's gonna help when you already have 1.9 million on Killing You Hoes, and then 1.7 billion on WAP, 630 639 million plays on Up. So kind of a little bit of a cheat code. Um, 10 million imaginary players though. That's a new track. 10 million. That's not bad. So Cardi B's "Am I the Drama" is a fearless, self-aware statement of confidence and control. The album turns her public life, its headlines, chaos, and controversies into a source of empowerment. Um, it kind of goes to show that, that can be a moment of growth. That could be a moment of inspiration where you could put out some art. It's a source of empowerment. Rather than shying away from the drama, she is embracing it and turning it into art. It's bold, and the bravado comes through, while at the same time showing the introspection, and the growth that she's been able to experience, while this has been going on. Each track feels like a piece of evolution. It's gritty, it's emotional, um, and it's unfiltered. It's Cardi as you know her. She is not an MC, but she's a rapper. She's a personality. She's an entire character. She's an entire freaking ecosystem. The sound and the storytelling is a ride that needs to be felt and experienced. Am I the Drama stands out as a reminder that growth often comes from chaos, right? And Cardi has an ability to turn mess into momentum. That's what makes this a powerful album, and it should be an anthem for anyone that is on a mission to reclaim their story.
Martha! Martha!